Hello and welcome to an update of my MK4 Supra NAT build. It has been a while since I posted any videos, and to be quite frankly honest, I'm not sure what's the last video I've posted on this channel. It's been that long, but I've purchased myself a new camera, so I thought I'd give it a go and test out the sound, the video quality, and all the other gadgety things, and also at the same time give you an update on what's going on with the Supra. So let's flip the camera. So here's the Supra, and as you can see, the engine bay is looking very much different to what you may have seen on the last video, and I have pretty much the full setup now under the bonnet. So I guess the first thing is I have the oil catch tank. It's a Bits oil catch tank that I managed to pick up for £27 on eBay. Bargain. They're usually like £400 brand new. I'm not paying that. I did have to re-weld the AN fittings because I got AN 10 and they were AN 12. I didn't know that, so small thing to sort out. Ran the lines to the cam covers, had the cam covers powder coated. I finished my exhaust. It's a completely, well, that's going to be itching. That's a downpipe I made myself. I'm not sure how it's going to perform, but we're going to go with that for now. The Pulsar wastegate is also plumbed in and all good. I just need to put the vacuum lines for the, I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in. Can I zoom in? I don't know how to zoom in on this. But anyways, there we go. You can see the wastegate or the boost controller. So I just need to get some of these barb fittings and make sure it's all plugged in. All the vacuum lines go where they need to go. Another thing that I probably haven't shown to you since, well, haven't shown on this YouTube channel is, so I am running a Volvo reservoir for the power steering, and essentially this is because this intake manifold that I have regretted many times buying just doesn't allow for anything to be fitted in the OEM location. But that's a small issue. I had to make a custom bracket. Got this from Junkyard, not a problem at all. Also, I'm not sure if I've shown or not. I don't think I have. I'm running Toyota coil packs now rather than the R8 ones. I think these look neater, and I will be able to run the OEM cam cover just to hide it all and make it look all nicer. And under the bonnet, I think that's pretty much it, apart from obviously the intercooler pipes. Kind of designed them as I went along. I decided to go through the chassis here rather than going down. It would have been too funny of an angle, and there's not that much space, and then it would have meant like a 90, well, it would have gone down and then a 180 around, which I didn't want to do. So I just decided to go with that essentially. So what else do we have? So we have, obviously the wheel is off, but I've got genuine Toyota side skirts pretty much on. Well, actually they're not on, I'm lying. Nothing underneath is fixed into place, but is hiding well the dent that is here. I have got another door fitted because if anyone remembers seeing the older videos, there was a massive dent in the old door, and obviously this quarter is damaged as well, but I do have a replacement panel, so that's good. Inside, it's still a mess, and I'm trying to learn how to zoom in, but I don't know how to. Anyways, so this door is kind of apart at the moment. I need, well, a bit of story time. So I sent my old door off swapped my door with a new door, essentially, because the guy that has kind of donated me this door, he's using his Supra as a drift car, excuse me, and he doesn't actually need a good door. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to send you in my old door, and then you can do whatever you want with it. And basically, you know, I sent in my old door and I left one of the brackets on the door. So I'm waiting for that to be posted back. Probably need to remind him about posting it back because it's been a while and I know he's a busy guy, so that's not a massive issue, but it is preventing me from reassembling that door panel thing. Going back to the interior. Interior is coming along nicely. So I've got my instrument cluster all in and the tacho is now working. I had to bypass the resistor with a wire completely. So I've got the Toyota Celica steering wheel now fully finished and the horn working, which didn't work before. The panels are kind of back in place now. I've got the radio brackets which hold the, I don't know if you're able to see, they hold some of the modules in there, which is nice. It made me, so basically I managed to find some of the, well, these two radio brackets on eBay. They were like £37, which was a crazy cheap deal because they are no longer available from Toyota, and essentially there's some crazy people trying to sell them for £150, £200, and I found these £37 each. I was like, make an offer, £30, and the guy accepted them, so I've got two brackets for £60. I could not be happier because it's one of those things that no one sells, no one wants to sell them for a normal price. Yeah, it's one of those things. So what else can I show you? Or what can I tell you about the Supra? So if we look at the back of the Supra, it's filthy, but I do have S2 rear lights now. I had S1, and to be honest, don't make much of a difference, but I think these do look a bit tidier. Another thing that I have fitted is the exhaust, which is HKS carbon exhaust, which is nice. Well, it does sound nice, but obviously the car does need tuning. And that brings me to the point of what's left to get the car on the road. So to get the car driving and on the road, I don't actually have that much to do. So there were loads of things outstanding, and now I've just got left with one oil leak, which is the turbo drain on the flange. Easy fix. I just need to get under the car, fix that, and pretty much that's it. There is a slight misfire at the moment, but I'm going to experiment. I do have a feeling it might be a bad ground. So I'm going to put additional ground to the engine. I think I'm just going to make a new cable. I've got some thick cables, so I'm just going to run a new thick ground to the engine, and also an additional ground for the coil packs, and hopefully that's going to sort it out. It's hard to explain what the misfire is like. It sounds like a couple of cylinders are just slightly down, like 20-30%, so the engine doesn't run very smoothly, but it doesn't feel like it's shaking badly and completely misfiring a couple of cylinders. So I need to basically figure that out. Another thing that's outstanding is the temperature gauge. On the dash. So obviously I'm getting the temperature reading on the CU and on the gauge, on the link gauge in the interior. That it's a can gauge, link can gauge. Jesus Christ, that's a lot easier to say that it just sounded. Anyways, I'm just waiting for one plug to arrive, and hopefully the dash coolant thing will work, and then that's it. And that's going to be it, really, apart from just refining the map, getting it to a point where the car can drive on the road safely. I will probably swap the boost gauge or the wastegate springs to 4 psi, just so that there's no boost or little boost going into the engine until the car is mapped. But I need to get the car on the road, driving, do a shakedown test really, to make sure that there's nothing obviously wrong with the engine or with the wiring or anything like that, and then I can actually go to a professional place and get the car mapped and sorted out, and then I can actually finally start enjoying it until I strip it down and start painting stuff and so on. So hopefully that's been a good update for those who have followed this channel for a while and seen the previous videos of the Supra and wondered where it's at. Unfortunately, I've not concentrated on this build as much as I should have. I had an E36, I still have an E36 coupe that I spent a lot of time on last year. However, I've kind of on purpose abandoned that project now and focused on the Supra. And to be fair, over the last 3-4 months, I have made a massive progress. I've touched on a few of the things that I've been putting off, like the tacho not working, and instrument cluster things not working. So yeah, getting there. It's not going to be long till the car runs and drives and is roadworthy. And here's the list of things that I had and I've been crossing off, and so on and so on. So like fog light, rear reverse switch, wiper blades. I just didn't have any, so I decided to make a list of that. Intercooler pipes, exhaust, oil catch tank, accelerator pedal, calibrate pressure sensor. So I've done that. Diff oil, fit prop, leak clutch, blah blah blah. There's a lot of things that I've forgotten probably to mention, like I had to do some work on the rear suspension as well because the bushers were worn out, and things like that. There were just things I didn't know how to do and things I knew I needed to do. Anyway, it starts to sound like excuses. I've been slacking, but soon, in the next 4 to 6 weeks, I really hope this car will be on the road driving and I will get my enjoyment out of it. And then I will have some nice little B-roll shots of it outside somewhere, not in my garage. Thank you for watching.